seasons of buildup. Starlight is breaking apart at the seams, and Soldier Boy is secretly planning to destroy Homelander from the inside. Episode 3 just changed everything. Let's break it down right now. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to Breakdown Epic. The Boys Season 5 Episode 3 just dropped, and honestly, this might be the darkest, most psychologically complex episode of the entire series. We got father versus son, we got shocking deaths, we got a race for immortality, and we got a moment that genuinely made me stop breathing. Just to let you know, this video will contain spoilers. Let's get into everything. Let me start with something that I think is the most psychologically fascinating dynamic in this entire season right now. And it is not Homelander versus Butcher. It is not Homelander versus the virus. It is Homelander versus his own father, and the jealousy eating him alive from the inside. Think about this for a second. Homelander decanted Soldier Boy because he wanted a powerful ally, someone who understood what it meant to be truly superior, someone who could validate his God complex. Instead, he accidentally created his biggest insecurity, because Soldier Boy is immune to the virus. Soldier Boy cannot age. Soldier Boy cannot die. And Soldier Boy knows it. He looked Homelander dead in the eyes this episode and said something that no one has ever dared say to him before.
I am going to live. You are going to die. If the virus does not kill you, then time will. And I will be running the 7. Look at you. You are pathetic. You are nothing at all. Let that sink in. The most feared being on the planet just got told he is nothing by his own father. And Homelander could not even respond properly because deep down, he knows Soldier Boy is right. This is why the V1 obsession is consuming him completely. It is not just about immunity from the virus. It is about proving to his father and to himself that he is still the most powerful being alive. But here is the terrifying part. Those flashbacks we saw of every person who ever told Homelander he was not good enough, combined with that hallucination of his divine godlike purpose, that is a man whose grip on reality is getting looser by the episode. Sister Sage built her entire plan around controlling a predictable monster.
That is not anger. That is something far colder and far more terrifying than anger. But here is what I cannot stop thinking about. He did not kill him. A being who can destroy tanks and melt steel with his eyes chose not to kill his own son, and sat afterwards in his apartment in a complete trance, Ryan's blood still on his face, staring at absolutely nothing. Is Ryan still Homelander's one remaining human weakness? Or was he simply keeping Ryan alive because a dead son is useless as leverage? I genuinely believe it is both. And that internal conflict, that tiny fragment of something human still buried under all that darkness, is what makes Homelander simultaneously the most terrifying and most tragic character on television right now. Is Ryan still Homelander's weakness? Now let's talk about Butcher, because this episode exposed something genuinely ugly about the man we have been rooting for since Season 1. Butcher used Ryan as bait. He sat with him at that bar, told him he had a divine purpose, that his destiny was to be the one who finally stopped his father. He built Ryan up into believing he was a hero with a mission. But here is the brutal truth. Butcher did not believe us.
When he followed the tracker and found Ryan lying broken on the ground, something cracked in him. Huey spent 2 episodes asking if there was any humanity left inside Butcher. This was his answer. It was not gone. It was just buried under layers of obsession and rage. The question now is whether that flicker of humanity actually changes anything, or whether Butcher picks Ryan up, nurses him back to health, and then uses him as a pawn again the moment the mission demands it. Butcher broke his promise to Becca. And now, the moment that absolutely nobody saw coming. Cindy is dead. 3 seasons of buildup of this terrifyingly powerful being who could make people explode with a thought, teased and drip-fed to us as this inevitable massive threat. Gone. Just like that. Killed by Starlight in a single moment of pure grief-fueled rage. And here is why that moment is so brilliant. Starlight did not kill Cindy because Cindy was the threat. She killed her because she walked into that room and saw blood everywhere and believed Huey was dead. something inside Annie January completely shattered. She has spent this entire season watching innocent people die in her name, carrying impossible guilt, telling herself she can handle it.
Starlight is not breaking apart. She is transforming into something new, and I am not sure if that something is going to be good. Starlight is transforming into something dangerous. Soldier Boy is not helping Homelander anymore. He is playing a long game, letting Homelander self-destruct so he can walk into the ruins and take back the Seven. He even slept with Firecracker purely to get under Homelander's skin. This father and son relationship is going to explode spectacularly very soon. The Deep knocked out Black Noir and took credit for capturing Stan Edgar purely to impress Homelander. 5 seasons in, and this man has learned absolutely nothing. He has had 0 character development, and that is exactly why Homelander is going to kill him before this finale arrives. And Frenchie and Kimiko, even though they love each other deeply, I genuinely cannot see them ending up together. They want completely different lives, and this show does not do happy endings.
Nobody is safe in this final season.
So to recap everything from this absolutely insane episode, Homelander beat his own son almost to death in the most disturbing scene of the series. Soldier Boy is secretly plotting to destroy Homelander from the inside. Butcher broke his promise to Becca by using Ryan as bait. Cindy died after 3 seasons of buildup in the most shocking way possible. And Starlight is transforming into something none of us are ready for. This season is getting darker and more explosive with every single episode, and I cannot wait to see where it goes. What do you think? Is Ryan still Homelander's weakness? And will Starlight pull away from Huey to protect him? Drop everything in the comments below. Smash that like button, subscribe to Breakdown Epic, and turn on notifications so you never miss a boys breakdown. See you next week.